What's good, Kings? It's your brother, Bravery. Hope you're all well. Last night I saw an interesting video by a channel called Masculine Theory. If you haven't seen his channel yet, I highly recommend that you go check it out. In one of his videos, he talks about a book called Brahmacharya and Krishna Consciousness. And in one part of the book, the following idea is presented. They basically argue that semen retention is vital for a young man's neurodevelopment and for the function and for his sensory functions. So the idea, or my interpretation, that the idea of not ejaculating leads to prostate cancer is a lie that is spoon-fed to us by Western mainstream media. So my question is, if this lie is so widely accepted and assumed as true, what other lies do you think we've been told that we assume that is true? Because I remember when I was a young kid, all my high school friends or whatever were talking about masturbating, and that, if your pipes are clogged or whatever, then you would get prostate cancer. And that lie is still widely believed to be true nowadays. I know that it's sad and horrible that the wickedness in this world doesn't want young men to reach their highest potential. So it's obvious that, the evil in this world has control of the media, if you don't realize that already. And what other concepts or ideas do you think that the media is weaponizing to keep people under control? Because when you're young, you think that every word you read in a book is true. You think that every statement or words that people teach you are true. You don't have the ability to critically think for yourself yet. It's like you read a textbook from school and you assume that this research is like the end all be all of the information, and you don't have the tools necessary yet to question what is actually true with the capital T. You know what I mean? So I think it's fair to say that you just have to keep searching for the truth and not just assume that everything around you is true. Like, we are constantly evolving as a human being, and we have the potential to continuously evolve. But people are so set in their ways, and they jump to conclusions, and it's kind of like you can't teach an old dog new tricks, kind of. Maybe that's not the best way to put it. One quote from the book, Brahmacharya and Krishna Consciousness, states that the more one enjoys in youth, the more he suffers in old age. And that's very true. When young men, young boys, in their early development years, when they hit puberty, if you're not retaining and that energy is not going to your brain, you are literally killing your brain. You're killing your development and your potential. And when you are able to retain, if you have that willpower, which we all do, you will see that you are actually experiencing what life should really be like. If all 5 sensory functions are enhanced, you have a higher quality of life. Otherwise, you're just going to feel slow and weak and stupid. And I meant slow as in, like, you're just like desensitized. You're not as sharp. You're more dull. So, man, I wish I didn't have to categorize these videos as 18 and older, because a lot of young boys, when they hit puberty at 12, 13, 11, they need to hear this stuff. But I don't want to get my channel flagged, I guess. And or like be seen as irresponsible or inappropriate. But it's just so sad, dude, that so many young men are being tricked and deceived into thinking that it's healthy for you to be watching pornography and thinking that it's healthy to be literally killing yourself because your life essence that is incredibly essential to developing you as a human being, as a spirit, and your quality of life, man. And if more people could realize this and tap into their dormant true potential, I bet you the depression rate would go down. People would be able to think for themselves. People would be able to make better decisions. And the world would just be a much better place, and we would have a better society. But like these evil puppets that control the media and stuff, they don't want us to become better. And that should motivate us to make better decisions. Like, it's just completely sickening that alcohol and all these other drugs are legal, and kids can buy them, or kids are like vaping and doing drugs and frying their brain at an early age now. It's just super disturbing, man. And yeah, I guess I'm just ranting at this point. I just hope that we all have the ability to just think critically and make better decisions so we could all live a better life. Because, man, I wish somebody had told me all this at a young age. My life would be completely different. So if you're lucky enough to watch a video on SR or this video, consider yourself blessed, man, and take that leap of faith. All I'm saying is retain for 21 days and watch your life change. I promise you. All right, peace, and God bless you. Take care.